Dr. Pearls Houston Buck. Let me ask you a question to start off. Season 4 of the Chuck Stu Show. Now, and this one also goes because Dr.
Buck Strickland?
Buck Strickland is also in the studios for the What the Buck segment.
What the fuck?
Do you prefer fried chicken or wings?
Well, that's hard because technically fried chicken is wings. It's just smaller. I mean, you're talking about negligible difference, but I gotta say wings. I am loyal to my wing brethren. And
have you had the fried wings at Fry's?
I don't believe I have. No,
I did. I brought it to you guys with you and Letty.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you.
Well, they weren't memorable. Sorry.
Oh.
This is Dr. Pearls Houston Buck. Welcome to Chuck Stu Show.
Why don't you
Season
say
4.
something, Dr. Buck Strickland, for the new What the Buck segment?
Alzheimer's is a fake illness invented by the Arabs.
That's right. Alzheimer's.
That's right.
I mean, if you really think about it, Ritalin. Every time it's given to a kid who needs it, it's given to 50,000 that don't. So, is he really correct? Probably.
Where'd you get your facts, Chuck?
South Park.
It doesn't matter.
Let me tell you something. This is Chuck Stu right now. This is Chuck Stu coming on the Chuck Stu Show. I am the man. I am the myth. I am the. You need a puppet. I'll be the master. I am the man with the 10-inch cock. And let me tell you something. Kathy Griffin's actually been on the new. I mean, it's like you think about it. It's like Kathy Griffin.
Yeah, like Kathy Griffin.
Mrs. D-list, E-list celebrity.
Yeah, let me tell you something. This is our opening segment for Chuck Stu. Season 4. Oh man, I can't believe they've kept us on the air for this long. 4 seasons. But a lot has happened recently. I mean, truly,
Yo, nigga friend.
Truly, the news revolves around Donald Trump, and that's kind of how it is nowadays. Now, we here at the Chuck Stu Show, we can't technically call ourselves Donald Trump supporters. We're more like anti-government motherfuckers.
Slipper right there, Dr. Buck.
We don't support Donald Trump. We don't support Hillary Clinton. We don't support any government of any kind in any situation.
We're anarchists.
We're anarchists. You know, well, I'm more of like an independent kind of motherfucker, but I still don't think that the Democratic Republic that we're currently working with here in the United States currently works. It's kind of like a bullshit. That's what I was looking for.
Bullshit.
So the news here, Chuck. Kathy Griffin posts a picture with the severed, bloody head of Donald Trump, and let's just say that people got a little bit upset about it. Most people were saying that like Barron Trump, Donald Trump's son, got scared because he thought his dad was really dead, which. That kid's like fucking.
What?
That kid's almost a teenager. He's pretty fucking stupid if he thinks that his dad is dead when he probably is living with him.
Come on, dude.
I mean, come on, man.
Like it's a. You can tell it's a fake head.
But besides the fact, I mean, now Kathy Griffin's coming out. Like I saw earlier today, there was like a press conference. She felt like Donald Trump was bullying her. Like I mean, like for fuck's sake, dude. Like for fuck's sake, man. Just like if you're gonna dish it out, like it'll make sure you're gonna be able to take it, because like you're gonna look like a little bitch if you don't take it.
Pretty much. I mean,
shit.
We're talking about like actually before we get to the Kathy Griffin segments, we need to talk about that the guy who was the original guest on Chuck Stu of season 1, episode 1, Bill Hardy. We actually took a test with him and found out he is a social. Libertarian.
Yes, Bill Hardy. He's a good friend of ours. He's once again, if you guys don't recall, or if you weren't listening back in season 1,
here's a shot.
He is the professor at the University of Kentucky. He appeared in our first episode regarding illegal drugs like marijuana, that kind of thing.
Right.
He advocated the use of all illegal drugs in moderation, which, I mean, as a physician, I can't agree with his statement, but I'm also currently doing those drugs, so, I mean, what am I going to do?
You know,
it's like I'm damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation, you know, whatever.
You know, actually, Buck Strickland's here. He was actually telling me the other day about how he felt about Kathy Griffin because she came on that talk show and she was doing the whole guns blazing thing after she already apologized. So, I mean, Buck Strickland, I mean, what do you think about Kathy Griffin with a severed head?
Oh, I didn't really care.
He doesn't care. Buck Strickland doesn't care, and you know what? That's the thing. Most of the Americans don't give a shit. Honestly, they don't really give a shit. All right, there are some on the far right side of the political spectrum that are furious about it. Some on the far left that are saying, "Oh, it was okay. You know, whatever. Fuck Donald Trump." You know, honestly, there are some people that are on the left side. Vast majority of the Democrats would be okay if Donald Trump was in fact murdered. Like they would be all right with it. Until Mike Pence was, brought in as president, and then they would want to kill him too. Then he would just be the new guy that would be, the guy they want to kill. And then Paul Ryan would be president, and then he would be the new one. I mean, there's no victory here for the left here.
Well, I mean, for the extreme leftist liberals, they're trying to take Trump out of the office. We're trying to impeach him, and then they're also going to be trying to impeach Pence. And it's just going to go all the way down the line because they think eventually, if they get down the line enough, that Hillary Clinton will become the president. It doesn't exactly work like that.
It doesn't work that way because currently Hillary Clinton holds no political office. She holds zero.
Did you see her come back with that thing this week? Like she had a.
I did see that Hillary Clinton is back in. Like she has a.
Watch it though.
What the official comeback was is she currently created a PAC, which is the Political Action Committee. Basically like a Democratic one. I don't remember recall the name of it right now, but it's the super PACs, the PACs. They're basically the people that run the government at this point.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a super PAC, you don't have a PAC, you don't win. Now, case in point. Case in point, Bernie Sanders, he didn't have any PACs supporting him, any super PACs, therefore he lost.
I thought he had a super PAC.
No, Hillary Clinton had the super PACs. Bernie Sanders didn't have anything. He had the vast majority of the public support. However, they didn't take into account the corruption of the Democratic National Committee. All of those people who wanted Hillary Clinton to be their president, and they made sure that it happened. Except, wait a minute, the American people didn't want to fuck with that, so they didn't do it. It tells you something if your chosen candidate couldn't beat Donald Trump in a fucking election. That's a pretty big ass problem. That should tell you that Hillary Clinton's pretty shitty because she couldn't beat Donald Trump. Donald Trump was the most polarizing candidate ever in American politics, probably that ever existed. But yet she still couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. So what does that tell you?
I mean, pretty much. I mean,
we've been talking about this forever. It's already June 2017. Donald Trump's been president for 7 months now. Well, 6 months, I guess.
Has it only been 6 months?
If you count January 20th, I mean, at the end of this month, it'll be 6 months.
Oh man, we were talking about the first 10
half a year.
Days of
we're talking about the first 10 days back in the day. The last season. We were talking about that. He's been almost 6 months. Yeah, 5.5 months. I swear.
Where the fuck is the time gone?
Crazy. Right, and that's the thing. That's the thing that most Americans need to realize is that in reality, Donald Trump's actions don't really affect you at all. Honestly, it's been 5 months. Has anything changed in your day-to-day life? Not me. I'm still living my life.
I mean, I thought there was going to be a whole lot of change in our day-to-day lives when it came to when he sent the mother of all bombs that was enacted by Mad Dog, the guy that was where they shot off to blew up like 2 airports.
Nothing happened. Syria?
Yeah,
because Syria is a bullshit country that doesn't do shit. Syria doesn't have anything in it but fucking terrorists. So Syria's not going to do anything. Are they really going to have the balls to come up against the greatest military force of the entire world, the United States? I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so. We're wasting. Although I don't want to like go out there and say that I'm a conservative and I support Donald Trump everything policies. Lately, he's been kind of a fuck. He's been kind of doing fucky shit. I don't know. I kind of just want things to kind of just stop.
Is he even back from Saudi Arabia yet?
Yeah, he's back.
And he's back in the White House.
The newest news is that he withdrew from the climate change conference. Basically, the entire world decided they wanted to affect change on the climate, on world global warming. That entire fucking epidemic, whatever. But apparently, he pulled us out of it, which means we're only with Syria and fucking another country, another shitty country, not Nicaragua or some shit.
Yeah.
It's us three that are the only ones that aren't part of it. Okay, I don't give a shit, honestly. To be honest, but global warming's not going to affect us until I'm dead. So I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck.
I'm talking about like in the car earlier. I mean, really, it's really going to be very effective because we were talking about Johnny Depp. Like, it's really going to be effective if you're part of the 1% of America or you're in Asia. Like, Bill Nye, you need to go to that person or that part of the world.
That's a whole other discussion if we're talking about Bill Nye.
Climate change.
Bill Nye, I mean, that new show came out recently, and that shit was fucking garbage.
We saw the first episode.
We saw the episode.
We're gonna see the second episode.
It was trash. I'm not even gonna turn it on, honestly. I'd rather watch his old '90s bullshit than watch the current shit that he's on. But either way, I gotta say, our official stance here is Donald Trump's kind of a fuck. He's fucking up. He needs to just like straight up fly right. You know, that's it. You know, we're 10 minutes in the show already. We gotta move on.
Oh, damn.
Anything else, Chuck? Now, I want to just dive in a little bit. Quick little segment. What was the basketball segment called again?
Oh, the no traveling zone.
No traveling zone.
Except when I was writing for the script, actually, in the Chuck Stu Show, we were writing a script for actually what was going to happen between the Spurs and with the Warriors. Was that it, or was it the?
Possibly. I mean, back when you wrote it, it was back in the offseason.
Two weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago when the Spurs and Warriors were playing. Yeah.
So here we go again. Oh, surprise, surprise. I'm fucking shocked.
Warriors Cavs.
Stephen Curry against LeBron James again. And guess who's tuning in? Nobody. So, unless you're from that area or you are a hardcore NBA fan.
It's true. I mean, like I said, if you go back to the previous episodes, I called this about 4 months ago. Warriors Cavs finals, and the Warriors are going to win. You know, they destroyed the Cavs first game. Which is cool, whatever. I mean, honestly, you have 2 former MVPs on one team in the one starting lineup. How the fuck are you going to lose, honestly? Like, it's basically LeBron against fucking the all-star team in the West. That's basically all it is. You know, and whatever. It's whatever. You know what? NBA doesn't give a shit about what the fans experience. They just, the NBA players just want rings. They don't give a fuck. Steph Curry is the greatest player of this generation, apparently, and you know that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so.
Also, Buck Strickland.
Yes.
You were also talking about Lindsay Lohan made some comments about Islam today.
Oh, and Nancy Honey was
Give a couple of comments.
Bullshit. I don't want to read the Quran, okay? I don't want to read 1984. I don't want to read Knights and Lord of the Flies.
What exactly did Lindsay Lohan say, though? What was the problem?
Like how blah, 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 you know, I want to get beaten up, you know, blah, blah, blah. I want to get my vagina cut out, you know.
What? Like, what exactly did she say? Like, what was
said
it?
Blah, 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 I suck dick,
We haven't talked about, like, I'm not exactly saying that Muslims are, like, I don't hate Muslims. Like, Chuck Stu is not a thing where we're anti-Muslim. We're not anti-fucking Islam, but like we kind of are at the same time. Look, dude, we're just gonna cut this like fire down the middle. Look, the Quran says what it says. That's it. If you're Christian or Jew, you are lower than dogs. It is Allah's and Muhammad's commandment. So, like, there's a whole lot of Muslims that still want to wear the burqa and the hijab and the whole fucking get up with the women or whoever.
Sure.
Like, that's like Jinder Mahal. Fine. I'm fine with it. I'm fine because deep down I'm still a liberal. Okay, just like when it was a Sean Stu Show, I'm a liberal. All right. So I'm just saying, I don't want them throwing the Quran in my face and say you gotta fucking bow down Sharia law because I'm gonna tell you to fuck yourself. This is America, bitch. You want to go do that shit, you stay in your own fucking country to do that shit. It's like what you were saying earlier when we all had to pay homage and we all rip our shirts and put ashes on our head because of all the people that died all the Mexicans jump over the border. Look, dude, I'm not saying it's an easy process to get a green card. I'm not saying that. But if you already have felonies, you have fucking violent record, you have a violent past.
True.
It's kind of like, what did you expect? What did you think was going to happen?
And the thing I was talking about earlier today was with Chuck.
We're talking about Mexicans and the fucking Israelis.
It takes an extensive background check and a fucking paperwork, specific paperwork for any American to travel across overseas in any way.
I had to pay $150 for a passport.
Exactly. However, except we're supposed to just accept any African, any Mexican into the country, just like chill. Like let's just come on in. Like it's cool. Like America's not just like the fucking the dumping ground for any fucking person that decides they want to join in. Like, listen, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have to be apologetic for being born in this country. It wasn't really my choice, you motherfucker. Like seriously, I shouldn't have to try to be like, oh, just open to everybody. Like, I'm not gonna just let a bunch of fucking Africans show up in my fucking house and just do whatever the fuck they want. Like, I'm gonna want to fucking know who they are first.
Well,
is that the bottom line? Is like, I feel like that's something that should be required.
Well,
same thing with fucking Mexicans. Like, I'm just saying, like they're holding fucking candlelight vigils for all the people that died crossing the border. Like, why don't they just cross the border like normally? Like, why don't they cross it regularly? Like, I can cross the border. Like, it's fine. Like, why can't you? Oh, you can't do it? Well, let's figure out how to do it then.
Well, you can't do it. You need a passport to get back.
Okay, well, let's figure out how to cross the border legally. Like, if you're a Mexican and you want to come to America, why don't you do some research and figure it out? It's not like Mexico is a fucking impoverished country. Mexico City is a fucking... It's a city. It's a big city. It's like a legitimate city. Yeah. I understand it is run by the cartel, but like, for fuck's sake, like, you can make a living in Mexico City. There are plenty of people that are doing so right now. Plenty of people that are currently living in Mexico City, pretty fucking happy. Don't do that.
Oh.
And they really enjoy it. Let me tell you, if you're unhappy living in Mexico, why don't you go to one of the other South American countries? Or if you want to come to America, just figure it out. Like, for fuck's sake, let's just make it easier for people to come to America. Let's give them a nice little test or a fucking background check or whatever it requires. Same thing for Syrians, same thing for Africans, same thing for anybody that wants to come in. Any refugees, we need to disrupt them first, because you know what? What happened with 9/11?
Background check.
What happened with 9/11 is we just let anybody come in and they ended up hijacking their own planes and fucking killing people.
Yeah, it's
so
like
what do you expect?
If you're gonna take people from Libya and Syria, you have to understand that 90% of the men that come over here, it's like what's what I heard on InfoWars from fucking Paul Joseph Watson and Alex Jones. Like, dude, you have to understand that these people are fucking raping women. They're killing people. Like, you know Mumford & Sons? You know that shitty fucking folk band? You know they will not tour Sweden anymore? Yeah. Because they said, we will not tour Sweden as long as those people that are coming over from most countries come over here illegally. They're raping women at concerts. So, I'm just saying. And you said that. You told me that Dr. Pearl Houston book. I wasn't aware of it. I didn't know. You were telling me at Woodstock 1995 to upwards, maybe even backwards, that when we were getting raped there, like when fucking Nine Inch Nails had their heyday at Woodstock 95. I mean, that's one of my all-time favorite live videos. Like, but that's fucking, man, that just sucks, man. Like, I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with like guys randomly raping women. I'm not okay with that. Despite what people think of Chuck Stu, I'm not okay with that. Like, I'm a fucking feminist. Like,
let me tell you something. People think Chuck Stu's like some big misogynistic fucking show. Misogynistic right-wing fucking show. It's not true, honestly. You know, we support all the policies and all the things that are like legitimate. But if I'm not gonna just support just random let's just accept everybody, because it's not realistic. That's just an idealistic way of viewing life, and it's just not how things work. I'm sorry, but that's not how things work. You can't just accept everybody in. You can't do it because, unfortunately, there are going to be some bad people. It's just like the same argument the same people were making with the police, how, there's some bad apples or whatever, and then they say, bad apples spoil the whole bunch. All those bullshit fucking lines that they throw.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so you gotta say you want to do background checks on the cops that live in this country, but you don't want to do it on the people that are coming from other countries? Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, look, with police officers,
dude.
Like, we're people. With police officers, you're asking them to do the impossible job. Like, you're telling them to go among people 10 to 12 hours a day, like Project. We are going around people that are lying about fucking everything. You're watching people's brains splatter on the fucking pavement. Oh, yeah. You're asking them to do the impossible job. Yeah, but they still go out there to fucking get their neck fucking, risked so we can have a safe society.
Yeah. They're the judge. They're asked to be the judge, jury, and executioner for the day in public. And this is just like a day-to-day situation for these people, Like, I don't envy a police officer. I don't want to ever be one. I don't want to do that shit because that's a fucking hard-ass job. Like, you got to basically make snap decisions, and your life's on the line every second,
Bill Hardy actually offered me to get a job as a police officer because they have so many people not applying that they're taking just regular citizens now that don't have a college degree here in Tucson to train to become police officers. We're talking about the mental test and the physical test. And I told them no. because I know what the fuck I'm gonna see when I become a police officer. Like, fuck.
It's not worth it.
What are we talking about here?
What?
Like, we're talking about, you're asking to do the impossible job. Even here, Dr. Probst used to Buck. You're talking about seeing some dude's brain splatter on the pavement, or you're watching some gang shit that you used to watch in high school, where some dude gets gunned down and he's got fucking 3 bullets in the heart. It's like, how are you gonna do that job day to day? It's not like walking into a fucking building and you're doing like a job where it's like, okay, well, let me help you out with this, let me do this. Like, you know, it's not a normal job. You're asking them to see gore on a daily basis, but you still have to have perfect judgment of the situation.
Exactly.
That's the impossible job. What person can do that? I don't hate cops because I get it. Like, I get it.
This shit's hard. Except for the cops that just pull people over for random.
Okay, for that one
bullshit.
dude where the black guy, he jumped out of the car and he was running off, but you could tell he had a bad leg and he was limping when he was running. You could obviously tell the white guy did not need to pull the gun. What was this in fucking Baltimore like last year? He did not need to pull the gun. He could have just ran at him and tackled the guy, but he pulled out the gun, he shot him like fucking 7 times. That guy...
Or just shoot him in the leg. I mean, fuck's sake. Like, shoot him in his other leg. He's not going to walk.
Yeah, like, come on now.
Yeah, if he's already got a bum leg, just shoot him in the other leg, and then he's done. Like, I don't know why that's...
obviously didn't give it...
I mean, to be perfectly honest, if I was a cop and there was someone running from me, and if they were a felon and I needed to catch them, then I would shoot their... Just shoot their leg. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Unless someone's actually actively shooting at me, I'm not going to shoot them to kill. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not intent to be a killer. You know, I'm just trying to fucking just save the lives of the people around me, make sure I'm safe, you know, common things, you know?
Yeah,
and,
it's just...
I don't know. But that's how shit goes in the Dynasty's crib. It's the place to party where you want to live.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
So we're about 22 minutes into the segment here. Is there anything that...
What? Who are you talking about?
Any other news posts that you want to discuss, Chuck? Because we're about 22 minutes in.
This.
We're talking about actually Buck Strickland's getting back on the dating scene this week.
Buck Strickland's getting on the dating scene. Wow, that's worldwide news.
Turn it up, and I want to get loose with it.
He wants to get loose.
He wants to get weird with it. He wants to get loose with it.
You should just get back with Rebecca, see what she's doing.
Don't tell him that. But, anyways, I don't know. What the fuck am I gonna say? I'm trying to get back with Nancy here. Buck, I mean, if you want to get back with Rebecca. I think maybe she did change. Maybe she thought, oh, well, my dad was a Wolfless, and she saw tendencies, and he died when I was 1. So, like, oh, hey, maybe I shouldn't have treated fucking Buck Strickland like shit, even though he's not my dad. So, like, are you texting the chick now?
Oh, yeah, that girl from OEQ.
Well, fucking alright, it's the first night.
No, I'm not texting her, I don't have her number.
When you're messaging her.
Yeah.
Fucking Dr. Buck. I mean, with your doctor's diagnosis, when you see a young man and he gets on a dating profile, I mean, because even though you're a surgeon, you run an ER, and you are the head of the ER, you also have a degree in psychology. So, because that's mental doctoring. So, when you see a young man like this, Dr. Brosey, or fucking Buck Strickland here, at the tender age of 22, like, and he's talking to a chick online that when he just got the app back, what do you think? What is the thought?
What's the problem here?
Well, there's no problem. It's just, but for me, it took me fucking 2 months to get a chick to fucking talk to me on there.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is that online dating is like really difficult.
You think Chuck Stu's ugly?
No, but I mean, online dating is really difficult because you're talking about a person that's like sharing their, I don't know, their views online, like their personality online is probably a lot different from who they really are in person. It's a lot easier to meet people in person where you have a shared like fucking thing, and it's easy to talk about. Like you can start talking, like if you meet someone at school or work, you know, you have someone to talk about, and then you can move on more, you know, more so, you know. Online is just too difficult.
Fucking Honey's acting weird.
It's your honor. Do you like Martians?
I am in love. You know what love is?
I do.
It's when you like walk up to some dude having sex and you tickle his balls.
Yes.
Yeah. Here, you want to fucking cut my wrist?
No. Oh,
You want to do it? You want to watch me do it? I'm going to do it. Chuck Stu audience for season 4. Chuck Stu's going to slit his wrist with a knife. You shooting me? You got 10 seconds or I'm doing it.
What did you say? What was the question?
You can't cut this way. You have to cut upwards or you won't die unless you cut upwards.
Okay. No, you can still die if you cut that way. You don't do medical attention. What was the question again, though?
You know how to work a tourniquet. You know what to do if I start fucking...
Yeah, but do we have a tourniquet here?
No.
No, we don't.
No, but you got some Clorox, you got some soft scrub, you got some Lysol down on the floor there, you got some toilet scrub right there on the floor.
What was the intention here?
Basically what I'm asking here is, Stephen Curry, what do you think is going to happen? Because the first game they won, you told me... Because me and Dr. Pearl's season book, we like to go out to dinner sometimes. And, well, actually, every Friday. And so we talked about the Stephen fucking Curry was apparently he was hitting threes again. And Stephen Curry, traveling with the Golden State Warriors, they beat the Cavs by 30 points on last Thursday. So we're talking about with the finals, if people who don't listen to or don't watch NBA, it's not like the NFL where there's one game. There's 7 games with the NBA. So Dr. Pearl sees the book being the guy who's been watching basketball since he was 3 years old, diligently. Who do you think is going to win?
Well, like I said, I'm not changing my prediction here. It's the Warriors, and I'm going to say they're going to sweep the Cavaliers. It's going to be the greatest postseason performance that you've ever seen. What do you expect, to be honest? I mean, you have 2 former MVPs, 4 All-Stars in the starting lineup. If all the greatest players in the world decided to just form together and make a team, that's what the Warriors are, really. Right. They're nothing but just a bunch of fucking guys that decided to just join together and let's just make a fucking great basketball team. That's terrific. Which is cool, whatever. You know, whatever. I don't give a shit, honestly. You know? If that's what you want to do, go ahead, you know. But it's really kind of a shitty time for basketball because it's been boring as shit. You know, all you got is the Warriors and then whatever team LeBron's on, like, that's all you get, really, you know, and
pretty much.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for this season to end so I can see what's tomorrow, you know. As for fight news, I don't know shit.
I'm going to look that up. If you could do a minute of filler, I'm going to look that up.
We got, well, I mean, to be honest, like, when it comes to fight news, it really depends on what
Stipe just beat Junior Dos Santos.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, kind of a paper champion to me, to be honest.
Stipe?
Is that fucking Jeremy Renner?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, sorry. Well, there's a TV on. We're playing Louis C.K. You know, I don't think so. George St. Pierre, you know, saying he's considering a UFC comeback. At this point, what's the point, dude? Like, you already proved yourself. You're considered a legend among the league. Just fucking chill out.
I mean, he was considered other than, okay, so the all-time greatest, like, I forgot who the all-time was. Number 2 is the Spider Silva, which is John Lopez's favorite fighter, and then George St. Pierre. But technically, George St. Pierre has the best fight record other than that guy you really like who beat Tank Abbott without Tank Abbott punching him in the face once, Frank Mir. Like, he technically has the best, other than, okay, so there's Frank Mir, and then there's, Matt Hughes. Frank Mir technically has the best record in MMA history. Other than, hold on, just a second, Dan Severn. He's like 107 and like fucking
yeah, but we're talking official. Unfortunately, Dan Severn happened to start before UFC was actually official, so they don't count.
You look that shit up on Wikipedia.
I know. I think Dan Severn's probably won millions of fights. Dan Severn's probably 1,000,000 and fucking 100, whatever.
Dan Severn has competed in physical contact competition over 4,000 matches.
Of course, and I get it.
4,000.
But I mean, you got to start somewhere, and he started at UFC 1, and you know that's what happened.
UFC 5.
UFC 5,
where he lost to Royce Gracie.
He had already been fighting for like 10 years at that point. You know, you can't do anything about it. You know?
He said on Hannibal TV. Dan Severn said if he would have taken on Royce Gracie in 1984, if this would have started like 11 years earlier, for when he came into UFC 5, he said he would have made fucking Royce tap like a minute.
I don't think so. I don't think in his prime Hoist would have been beaten by anybody. And that's proven by the fact that Ken Shamrock did not beat him. We've got 3 seconds here. It's over. We're done. This is the Chuck Stu Season 4.
All right. Well, thank you.
We will go bring this up next time. Maybe we'll have more political discussions. Whatever you want to hear.
Hillary Clinton is dead. She died at the 9/11 memorial. That's not Hillary. Donald Trump is still running the country. If you don't think he is, he's a real man, and fuck you.
He's a real man, and fuck you.
And for every other party, you can fucking suck a thumb.
Yeah, suck a thumb. Good night.